Don't block your blessings. Don't let doubt stop you from getting where you want to be. You have to accept the plan and realize that if you slip, and you might, you can't use that as a reason to give up or stop. Sometimes God makes better choices for us than we could have ever made for ourselves. The only way you can sustain a permanent change is to create a new way of thinking, acting, and being. We all have the power to choose how we are going to handle every situation we are faced with throughout our lives. We are in control of the decision we make, whether it's about work, relationships, parenting, or our health. Chocolate is what I love. I have it every day. Loving yourself means caring enough to make the hard decisions in your life. That isn't about money, fame, or power. It's about will, dedication, commitment, and knowing your self-worth. You can be poor as dirt and have those traits. Money can't buy you values. You just need to know what is important to you and then feel secure in your pursuit to achieve that. If it's meant for me, it will be. Those words are my mantra in life, and it has never let me down. If you can't take responsibility for your own well-being, you will never take control over it. God uses people to help others. I only pray my faith is strong enough to get me through what I have to face. Indeed, God is always with us even when things look hopeless. I am completely in charge of the choices I make about what I am doing to lose weight and get healthy. And you know what? We all have this power. Don't be angry with me for something good I've done for myself. Be angry with yourself for not having the courage to do the same in your own life. Even though I am extremely blessed to have accomplished many of my goals at such a young age, I am still reaching, still striving. The important message I heard about working out and what I want to share is that you create your own opportunities and your own limitations. If you have a dream, you can achieve that dream, you can achieve that goal. You just gotta go for it. But it also lets you know that there is a price to pay. Extreme exercise doesn't save you from poor food choices. It can be difficult to exercise and erase away that chocolate cake or pizza pie. It doesn't work that way. Love is as hard to hide as hate. It can be a real struggle to accept that sometimes appearance can be more important than talent or intelligence. I think to each its own. If nobody is hurting anybody, who cares? Everyone should be able to do what they want and be happy. Who you love is who you love. That's the way I see it. I don't believe in doing things just to do them. Appearance can always be changed, but the talent stays the same. I'm proud to represent the average woman. The key thing is figuring out what your issues are, and it's really never about the food. You have to be real and honest with yourself. I had to stop and look and ask myself, why do I want this? What is the real reason? At times it was comfort food like chocolate. I love chocolate and I realized it relaxes me, so when you acknowledge what the issue is, you can control it better. I accept any challenge. When I'm acting, I don't sing, and when I'm recording, I'm not acting. God always works through people. My ultimate film role would be to play the Queen of Soul, Aretha Franklin. I didn't start singing with my eyes open until I was 19, that's how shy I was. I always say, you never know how much your parents loved you until you have a child to love. I hope that when I'm 80 years old, people will still be talking about my wedding. You have to want weight loss success so badly that no mountain, river, or ocean could keep you from reaching your goals. If you have that drive, passion, and commitment, there is no way you won't get there. When other people reject positive changes you make for yourself, there is always some nerve to get to the root of in those other people. I want to be around for a long time, singing and making albums and movies. I am in control of all decisions that have to do with my image, which means that no one will decide what's right for me except me. I'm not special. We should all feel this way about ourselves. When you hear my music and you feel the emotion, it's real. When you see me in a film and you see a tear, it's real. My mother was a very wise and strong person. I feel like I've lived about 3 or 4 different lives. My faith in God is everything at this point. Also, my family and friends that I've had around me pretty much my whole life, and my boyfriend, we've been together for 8 years. I try to keep people around me who've been around me, who've seen me struggle. They know how dedicated I am and how hard I've worked. They know me's not the Jennifer from American Idol and Dreamgirls, but the real Jennifer. I don't do clubs. I don't drink. I don't smoke. The talent should speak for itself. Gaining control over your health and well-being is one of those times in your life that you get to be completely selfish and not feel bad about it. If you want to meet your goals, you have to make it about you. You have to make it work for you and you alone. Anything less is a setup for failure. I don't want to work with anyone who has not sat down with me and has gotten to know me. I don't want you writing for who you think Jennifer is or the public persona of, because that's not who I am. It's my shell, it's the brand, it's the celebrity, but it's not the person. There is nothing I love more than my role as a mom. All the ladies can feel sexy and have fun in my clothing, and that makes me feel like I am offering something truly unique to the people who have been gracious enough to show me such love and support over the years. Going jogging makes me feel powerful and freeze like Rocky. I was brought up singing gospel, and I really enjoy getting the church up on their feet, their hips swaying, their hands clapping. It's a great feeling to evoke that energy for the Lord. I'm really not sure what people think or expect me to be, but I am surprised when people say, "You're not supposed to be like that." I'm not exactly sure what that is, so I choose to take it as a compliment. I try to dress a little casual before my photo shoots. I can be comfortable before I go into my transition. My biggest thing is banana pudding, but it's the devil. So no one is allowed to bring it into my house, because I can't control myself. So why put it in my domain? Avoidance is a great tool to get away from food in my face all day long. I slept with my mom until I was 16 years old. Food is meant to be used as fuel for our bodies. If you're using it for any other reasons, take a step back and ask yourself, what's up? Embrace it. Especially because of the lives we live, a lot of times other people have to care for, and you have to have that mommy time. Get your sleep. American Idol has changed the face of television. Whenever I try to talk myself out of going for a walk, and there were a few days like that, I'd take myself through a series of simple tasks so I would get up and go. 1. Get up. 2. Find your house keys. 3. Put on some shoes. 4. Grab your iPod. 5. Walk out the front door. Ever since grammar school, I knew I wanted to be famous. I always wanted to be a singer. I don't get a chance to be home much. It's not a diet, it's a way of life that teaches you better skills. For years, I felt like I could never have ice cream, but now I can eat ice cream occasionally. My grandmother always taught me, if you don't have a home, family, and church, you don't have anything. When you're shopping, you forget about eating. I don't believe in overdoing myself. People get comfortable with the way you are. They have formed their opinion of you based on everything they see and know about you as a person. When you change that up by losing weight, they no longer understand you. Family makes a house a home. If you're asking yourself why I have this success and you don't be angry with me. Stop and ask yourself what your issues are that are holding you back. I once had a crush on one of my teachers. I wrote him a love letter and stuck it in a bag in his office. I didn't write my name on it, but I'm sure he figured out it was me. What people need to know is that if you don't eat what you want, then you'll just continue to eat because you're not fulfilled. It's one thing to lose weight, but it's another thing to eat healthy. To me, the biggest notes and the longest notes are the easiest notes. I used to sing in the church choir. People would say it was unusual for such a small girl to have such a big voice. They would say, "She sounds like she's grown." I love being outside and feeling free, so I jog or ride my bike. Some days I play basketball or tennis. I try to do everything to say, okay, will my mother like this? Will she be pleased? Will she be proud of that? How do I know she's happy and she's smiling down at me from heaven? And that's what I try to go by and walk by. I love being nurturing and caring because I love to see other people happy. The church has given me balance. Everything I see, I now see through a mother's eyes. No matter how big the glam squad or how dramatic the dress, sometimes things just don't work out. Long before American Idol, people used to call me a diva. And I'd be like, hold on, are you calling me something else on the sly? You gonna call me a diva, call me a good diva. There's something wonderful about entertaining people on vacation. Everyone is there to have a good time. There's no heaven on earth. God would have to guide her through the problems. I am the biggest Destiny's Child to Beyonce, Kelly, Michelle, all of them fan in the world. I'm prouder of my weight loss than my Oscar. I hope it has inspired people. My family always says my voice is a gift, a precious jewel I inherited from my maternal grandma, Julia Kate Hudson. My sister and I used to joke that the Kates in our family got all the talent. You're not living if you don't go out and try things for yourself. Ye cannot give up hope when that is all ye have. There's no rule that says attraction warrants trust. If that were the case, then more wedded couple would be happier. I was angry at God until I came to understand that it isn't God's fault when people mistreat me. I still have my doubts at times, but I try to remember that God has given them the same free will that He's given me. I cook all my meals at home. Well, I don't really eat cereal that much because on Weight Watchers it's not worth the points. I actually stopped working out because I don't want to lose my jelly. My focus has always been on talent over looks. This theme of people putting an emphasis on looks first has been a constant reminder throughout my life that most people don't see things in the same way that I do. Traditional values are big in my life. I like to have songs with me that have substance. That's missing from a lot of today's music. You might hear a song with a catchy beat, but what's it about? It's not empowering or helping anyone. You can't make a life-altering decision for someone else and expect it to stick. You cannot just work out and then eat poorly and expect to lose weight. It doesn't work that way. When someone wants to lose weight, they will do whatever it takes. They can't do it for anyone else but themselves. It has to be for them alone. Without that understanding, they will fail. Permanent weight loss doesn't come with an on and off switch. It is not something you do for a little while and think it is going to change your body. If you're not eating the right foods in the right amounts, all the exercise in the world won't combat the caloric intake. Anyone can lose a few pounds, but not everyone has the tools to stick with it. My son is very into music and really familiar with my voice. I've always had a love for making things my own.